Live. Everybody's waiting. Hey, what's up, everybody? We're live. George is just walking into his room, but Danny will be in a bit. Marty's going to be a bit late. He's doing church stuff on the Monday, so Marty will be joining us a bit later every week for a while there. But I'm just going to go in the chat and see how everyone's doing tonight. So we have Boone in the house. Hey Boone, how are you? Glad to see you here, bud. Slot R from across the pond. Thanks for joining us. It's midnight there. We appreciate you spending some quality sleep time with us. The Fingers in the house. Thank you, The Fingers. Awesome looking track. Awesome looking setup that we saw from Pete today. So just wanted to say that was pretty cool. And if you guys haven't checked out Pete's live stream, was earlier this afternoon. Go and check that out. You can see all the Fingers, a crazy cool workspace and stuff. Pretty awesome. Dan's in the house. Daryl's in the house. Hey Daryl. DeLeon's in the house. What's up, DeLeon? I like your new video, the short, waiting for packages. I feel that pain sometimes. Let's see. Who else do we have in the house? We have Rob Scale, our slot raceway. Hey Rob, how are you? Let's see. John Tucci's in the house. What's happening? And let's see who else is here. Paul Sharp's in the house. Thank you, Paul. Gene, what's up, Gene? Gene did a cool unboxing of his Kudas the other day. It looked pretty cool. Gene, you gotta get a little bit more light though. Sometimes it's difficult to see. But Gary's in the house. What's up, Gary? Marty helped you out with your tires. He's a lot faster at that stuff than I am. But I'm glad you got some help there. Jeff G's in the house. Sunday Slot Cars. Hey, my Carrera crack dealers are in the house. What's up? They made me very happy over the weekend, to be honest. Yeah, what's up, Billy, Amanda? Home Racing World, Harry's in the house. Of course, Harry's going to be in the house. We're discussing his legendary Labor Day shootout with Shotgun Dave today. Obviously,
sure
I forgot to.
Secrets.
Yeah, I forgot to say hi. George and Shotgun Dave are in the house. we tend to talk a lot, so it's like, hey, they're always here, so it's always cool. Sean Casey's in the house. Hey, Sean, how are you? Oscar, nice to see you.
Oscar.
Let's see. I see Michael Squires in the house. Hey, lots of guys have joined us. Thank you so much for joining us on the Monday night chats. We're just gonna chit chat amongst ourselves, but in the meantime, what has everyone been working on? What is everyone excited about in the world of slot cars over the last week? Let me know. Let's see. Let's go to here. Oh, let's make this Shotgun Dave. Switch this one to Danny. All right. So yeah, what has everyone been up to this week, George? Anything exciting? Any new cars you've seen? Anything you worked on?
I got a CUDA from got a surprise package from Harry. It was one of the SCX CUDAs, the green one, obviously, and it was a real nice car. Used tried out the new grinder that Greg Gobb made from a 3D printer, just to have something for the Carrera car, something simple, and worked pretty good. Did like 3 cars, did a little review on it. I'm going to Racetrack Scenics Wednesday to help fix some of his cars and do a few things to his track. We did a layout of the track kind of like a offshoot of Monza, so he really had a layout that wasn't working, and so we put that together to kind of display. There's going to be like an American side of USA side of scenery, and then well, actually this one's a European side, and then they're going to do an American one. So we have to work on the American track. So I have to think of one. So probably Riverside or something like that. But
All right, that's cool. Yeah. So you got some kudas, did you? What color did you get, George?
green,
Green. Good
green
color.
one. Yep.
Best
uh,
color.
I think Dave would approve right away.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. Let's see. What else do we have here? Oh yeah. So yeah, Harry says. Let's see. I'm just gonna pull this up. Dave and the gang. Here we go. Let's pull Harry's. There you go. Dave and the gang made it great. All about the people. We are blessed. So yeah, it seemed like you guys had a really good time. Some of your pictures were awesome. Thanks a lot, Dave, for sharing that. That was awesome. Let's see. And Sean Casey says we should have a mass Zoom call one day. Sure. I'm always
Yeah.
down. We can do that. We can
Yeah.
try and arrange that sometime.
They do it on the Worldwide Chat one. So
Yeah. Yeah, I saw you on the last one. I was in the live stream. I didn't come on Zoom though. Let's see. Sean Casey said he bought his first Raid 4x4 slop truck. I saw Sean Casey's got that crazy cool truck he built.
Cleaner.
Yeah, the cleaner.
Looks like he's going to be cleaning neighborhood streets with that too.
Yeah, the cleaner from hell.
That's pretty big. Have you seen that, Dave? You should throw a photo up of it. That thing's pretty cool.
I did see it. That's very crazy. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I was on your page today on Facebook, Dave, and I saw that Volkswagen pulling a Volkswagen. That thing, the mini bus pulling a mini bus.
Oh
that was
yeah, I
pretty
saw
cool.
that too.
Like, I think somebody should do that for sure. In real
Oh my
life,
God,
well, they have the real life one, but they should do one in
Right.
slot cars.
Yeah, don't tempt me. I got enough stuff to do.
All right. Well, there's a question here. I think it's a question that everyone wants to know. When are the brass chassis kits coming to SCC? I think we're going to get this multiple times tonight. So maybe we need to rehearse the answers right now so we get that down packed.
Yeah,
I think everybody's waiting on this stuff.
It's pretty much out of the bag by now, so everybody pretty much knows what's going on. But they're just waiting on a few pieces to come back from the machine shop stuff that they know is going to be very popular, that we're going to need for the kits. So nobody wants to run short, right? You know, you've been promoting this and saying here we go, and then all of a sudden, oh, we can't say the kit because it doesn't have enough stuff. Well, they want to avoid that, so that's all it is right now. We're just in a holding pattern, waiting for machine shop to get everything together.
Yeah, so Harry answers, Daryl waiting on the wheel delivery about a week to 10 days. Steve is on vacation for a couple, so thanks for answering that, Harry. Let's see. Any other questions? So, Dave, I know we're going to talk about Home Racing World, but what have you been doing in the meantime since you got back?
I've been working on this midget that George forced me to get going over here.
Yeah, so we want to see this midget of yours, so I'm going to give you center stage for a bit here. So give me 1 second.
I finally finished it today. It's done, so hopefully after the live stream tonight, I'm going to get my track up and going, and then I'm going to
well, you got to show us the midget, man.
Test a tune. Okay.
You got to put it in front of the camera. It's too cool to not put up live. Look at that.
That makes me want to get mine and smash it with a hammer after looking at that one.
I know.
Stop, George. Yours looks great, man. Don't even go there. It's you guys know how I am. I get carried away, and I could have stopped, and it would have ran just fine and been totally competitive. But I can't. I have to do the details. You know, like I made the dash a lot of these old midgets, the dash was made out of wood, so I've tried to make the dash. I don't know if you can see it in there. Try to make the
Yeah, here.
dash look as wood as I can.
Harry gives you two thumbs up. He says, "Man, can you dig it? What a car!"
Yeah. Well, so that's it. That's what I did today. I mean, and my daughter was laughing at me today when I was putting the driver figure in. He's got his signature
Cigarette. Yeah.
shotgun Dave cigarette sticking out of his mouth there. So yeah.
So the two little like can those two elements coming out of the engine on the side there. What are those actually?
Air cleaners.
Over here on this side,
Yeah.
yeah, it's the air cleaners for the carburetors.
Yeah. So was that part of the kit, or did you model that yourself?
No, I modeled that myself.
Yeah, I
The
thought
kit
so.
the kit just has a carburetor sticking out, which is they ran them that way. They also ran them with air cleaners. They also ran them with four carburetors instead of two. So there's different ways to model it, but
Yeah.
um, I just like the old style with the two SU carburetors on it, and just for a little tip, like something like that. I don't know if you can even guys can even see it there. I don't know if somebody could guess what I made the carburetor, the air cleaner covers out of. And I know you can't see inside there, but there's actually wire screen around them, just like a
Yeah.
real air cleaner. And I'll just tell you the covers are a set of baby moon hubcaps out of a 125th scale hot rod kit, and the wire mesh is the wire that is on those reusable coffee filters, a plastic with the little screen in them.
Yeah.
That's what the screen is. I just cut it out, throw the plastic part away, and keep the screen to make stuff like that out of.
Yeah. Yeah. You getting a lot of love for that here. Um,
It's
the
even
thing that
got my.
says it looks
It's
like a
even got
Bradford
my.
Museum model.
Good S on the front of it. See it for shotgun.
Yeah, it's got the S for shotgun on the front bumper, all brass. Everything on it's brass. There's nothing. I didn't use any of the kit parts at all. None of the plastic. So even like the levers and everything outside, the brake lever and the oil
Yeah.
pump and all that, that's all brass.
Looks so good.
So it's going to be heavy. It'll be heavier than everything. My car's going to be slow. My cars are always slow,
Doesn't matter. They have to
but they look good going around the track. That's all I care about.
Hey Bryce, how are you? Any more photographs to share, Bryce? Bryce is doing some really cool photography. Um, 33 Bean says looks like coax connections. I think. Um, yes,
Thanks,
skill
you
on
guys.
display indeed. Yeah, like your creativity is next level, dude.
Thanks,
I
man.
don't know
I just
how you do it, but anyway.
Well, you do it too with your modeling and stuff. You're creative and you make things try to look realistic.
I don't know about that.
Oh, excuse me, I'm gonna go burn my midget. No.
Gosh. No,
I
no, no,
don't
no.
even show what I've been working. I was working on nothing this week. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
It's just my thing. Like I said, I think I've said it on the live streams before. I grew up building models, so it just kind of carries over to this. That's all it is.
Yeah. It looks awesome. Yeah, for myself, well, it's been a big car buying week for me, so I'm super excited. I have 14 cars arriving, so yeah,
14.
14. It's a big week, so I'm super excited. This week's tech, toys, and track will be very busy, I think. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully they all come in by before I record. Already, I know some already will be here tomorrow. Um, so I'm excited about that. Other than that, well, I airbrushed those grandstands with the base coat, and I did some of that shading on them.
They look
I
good.
don't, yeah, it's just to give it a little bit like obviously it's a long way to go. There's so much left to do, but at least you get some of the details done. At least they put in a little bit of time every week. I feel that that's what I need to do, So, and the good thing is just concentrating on the front section really just helps me focus. But 8 grandstands is a lot of grandstands. And then I wasn't too happy with the Etsy figures I got. So I talked to Ron Trackside and ordered another 200 seated uh, 3D figures. So they'll be coming in as well. So I hope to get those 300 figures painted for the grandstands. Um, yeah, so that's on my end. Oh yeah, and then I printed stickers for
Oh
my
yeah, there you go.
Mopar.
Or
I was able to design them, print them. They cut on my sticker machine, and yeah, I put them on my legends.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, I tried to do a little bit of wrap too. Let me see if I can get this bigger. Uh, yeah, so I tried to put a wrap like wrap it. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the Mopar symbol
Yep.
yeah,
wrapped around the back there. So I just ran into a little bit of issues. I don't have the right cutter to cut around um, the smaller final detail. So I've kind of ordered a special blade for that, so I can wrap and cut around smaller cars moving forward
It
because that's one thing I didn't have. But
looks great.
yeah, I did that up as well. But let's see, what else is everyone in the chat doing? Uh, yeah, so Bryce said he hasn't shot any photographs because he doesn't have more cars. So Sunday says he can help him out with that. I concur too. He can. Let's see. Actually, it's not emerald green. It's a color shift paint, so it looks blue, orange, yellow, and green whichever way the sunlight hits it. It's pretty cool. I like the color shift. It came out pretty cool. I was
Yeah,
happy
it
with
did.
that. Let's see any more. Uh, yeah, cutting tiny vinyl is really a nightmare. It sure is, but it's okay. Learning, right? This is the first time I've actually applied a vinyl sticker. You have to pull and stretch vinyl a little bit with heat normally, but I didn't apply any heat this time because when we do it on cars, we sometimes use heat just to smooth it all out, get the air bubbles out. But because this was so small, it's made of plastic, I didn't really want to use a heat gun, so I just kind of stretched it out with my finger and used the heat of friction to kind of put it down. But it seemed to come out okay. I'll probably
Yeah.
do better next time. Also, I didn't understand sizing of decals. That's why I printed so many different sizes. It was something that first time doing it, I wasn't too sure what kind of decals I wanted and how it fit. So just learning everything in the process. George is hiding in the shadows. They're saying George.
it's the camera, camera up here does that weird stuff.
Put
Laptop
some
camera.
light on your face, George.
I have the light on, but it's the way this thing kind of operates. It'll get bright at times, and then it'll get dark. It's kind of weird. If it'll go here, maybe it'll be bright. I don't
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so this week, this is one card that I saw this week that I really want that I got from Pendle. I really liked it. John Player Special Legends Edition. I just had to have it. It was pretty cool. So,
Yeah, that is
any
cool.
cards that you guys got or have your eye on coming out?
Nothing.
No, no.
Just the cool car I brought home from Harry's. Otherwise, I haven't bought anything for quite a while.
Yeah. um. Yeah. Harry says George is mysterious.
know.
That's why
It's
he's.
that Area 51 there. He's keeping back there in the shadows.
Yeah. That alien tech. Remember
He's hiding his tech back there. He doesn't want us to see it.
his alien tech. That's what it is.
Though I
Anyway.
did put new motor and gears in that USAC car, man. That thing hauls ass now.
Yeah, it
The-
does. Just from the video, it moves.
yeah, it needed a motor. I put a bigger motor, well, more RPM into it, and then the wheel flew off of it because the hub detached because it's a the wheel, so I replaced it with some slotting stuff and gear. So I kind of worked on something like that. It was nice reviving old cars that need a little help that had been sitting a while. So that's fun.
It's just like real racing: add horsepower, break more parts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you guys, how do you guys handle pinstriping on cars? Do you just freehand it?
No, I've never been able. I can freehand. I can pinstripe a real car,
Yeah.
but these things, forget it. They're so small. I could never do it by hand. So it just depends. Masking and painting, you know, and then also decals. That's another
Yeah.
way to pinstripe.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering about that because when you look at this JP um, uh, livery, you see all the pinstriping here. I was just wondering how they accomplished that.
It's got to
Like,
be decals. I would say.
yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that's all like tampo printed, isn't what they use? The machine that like they use
I
for
don't,
stamping automobile bodies.
yeah, but I don't know if they would use
I didn't.
tampo printing for a metallic gold like that though.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
think
I don't know.
so.
That's what I was saying. That's what I could think of with that, but I don't know. You have to
Yeah.
ask. Harry would have to ask. What's his name? Who runs Pioneer? I forget. He
Have to
knows.
ask Jules.
Jules. That's right. Jules. That's a beautiful car, and that's because I like John Player livery, so I'll probably end up getting that one. It'll have to
Yeah,
be
I'd like to have
later.
that one too.
Yeah,
I
it's
got a
pretty
lot of
cool.
it'll be around in another month and a half, so I can't get anything right
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So Harry says you did a great job on the old hammer, George.
now.
And Daryl says Marty and I have challenged each other to build our first brass chassis, so this won't end well on my side. So
Oh,
there you
good.
go. Marty's coming out with some brass chassis. I know Slot R and Pete doing brass chassis soon, so everyone's gonna be doing brass chassis. It
That's
should be
good.
really fun. Deleon says waiting for the Electric Cuda in yellow. Let's see.
That'll be. They have them. The last ones were expensive. Lemon twist, weren't they the ones that were more expensive? The black, the yellow, and what's the other color? You remember, Dave?
Uh, I think one
Oh
of the green ones, not
yeah,
the
Yeah,
green you have, the other
no,
green.
it's a different green. Yeah, some of the ones they command high prices because of the color.
Right.
So,
yeah. So Harry says, let's see. They
so you can
do
scale electric
standard
CUDA and
tampo stamps.
Wow, that's
oh,
pretty
so they
cool
are
that those
tempo
are
stamp.
Tampo.
Yeah,
Yes,
pretty
I
cool.
remember the Tampa on the Hot Wheels. How they would do that. Stick with
Wow.
technology.
And I gotta figure out how to print water slide decals because my machine can do it, but for some reason the paper I got it's not taking the ink properly. So I'm gonna figure that out hopefully over the next little while because I have
We
a
would
white toner plate printer. It's supposed to be able to print those water slides, but can't get
It'd
it
be
to work
cool if
right
you
now.
made some of the decals. I'm saying decals, not like the decals out of the YouTube channel emblems. That'd be pretty cool. I think people would like that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just yeah. If I can get the water slide to work for sure, but out of the sticker machine, it's just gonna be hard to weed out the cutting. That's the only thing. So I have to make it out of like either like round circle stamps. I can easily create them in round circle stamps like I do. Um, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna discuss HRW Labor Day Shootout. So we had Dave send over like a bunch of images about the cars. So Dave, why don't you take it away? This is the first image, and you can just talk about the car that's on screen and what your thoughts are about it, etc.
Well, that particular car was made by Steve Stone. Harry does it every year when he goes down there to Harry's. He builds. Well, he only built one this year, but it was kind of this year was a little bit different. So, but normally he builds 4 or 5 or 6. But this one he took it was actually an old chassis that I built years ago, and he found it and he decided to chop it up and make it his own, and then put this body on it that somebody else had cast, and used one of my motors, but he built this car in an afternoon while we were just chatting and hanging around, and he does it every year. So that
Yeah.
it for me, it's kind of a proud moment when he does stuff like this because I taught Steve how to do this stuff, and he actually came to my house about 8 years ago, 9 years ago, and stayed with me for 2 weeks, and that's all we did is sat at my out at my bench and just I taught him how to build cars, and we just built and built and built, and he's just grown from there, and his stuff is always faster than mine and everything else. So it just again, it's like that proud moment where where the teacher's pupil is doing better than the teacher, and I always like that. So I just thought I'd feature that car because I'm kind of proud of him for doing that kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
it
really
was
awesome.
it was good.
There's a
And it
question
was
here from DeLeon. Raul, what kind of printer do you use to print white? I have an Oki printer. It's an Oki white toner printer. But anyway, sorry about that. Dave,
no
continue.
worries. I just seen Harry's comment there. That's what happens after a few White Castles. Yeah, a lot of White Castles
It's a lot that
were
happens after that.
yeah, a lot of those were destroyed making that car. We ate a lot of White Castles.
Nice. Let's see, and let's go to number two. So this
That is
is
badass right there. I love that car. When I saw that, I go, "Who made that?" That's a
Okay, that's a car I built. I can't remember now. Harry may be able to chime in because we looked. I always sign my stuff. The bottom has the number on it. I think it was 2013, 16. I can't remember. But I built that car for Harry. Obviously, you can see what colors it is, and
yep.
it
Who's
has
in it?
all the home racing world stuff all over it. And of course, the driver is Smokey Unique. And at that time, we were building these. Me and another guy that was popular on the board way back then. He and I decided we were going to build these 125th scale Indy Roadsters, and we built a ton of them, and we were racing them. And so I thought, oh man, Harry needs one, for him. So I built that, and it actually put it in a
Oh no, we didn't lose him, did we?
I hope not.
years. I
Oh,
know,
yeah.
right? But no, it was up there, and we were on a mission to find it while we were there this time, and we found it, and we drug it out, and I got her back running again, and we put some laps on her, and yeah, I think it's lit a fire because I want to build them again. So we'll be seeing
Yeah,
more of these, I
that's
think.
that's the next series there, Dave. That is going to be the next series right there after
We
midgets.
just got to
Those I did those.
find the kits. They're very expensive and very hard to find. So we'll do it,
For
George.
sure.
I'm totally down for it. I love these
So
cars. They're one of my
so
favorites.
Harry says this is a 2016 special.
Uh,
So
there's
right
a lot
now,
of you can see how many there's a lot of cars in there that are buried, and this is what I mean when you go there. It's like a treasure hunt. You pull out something, and like that USAC car he gave me, that thing means a lot to me because that thing's it's just to me it's a piece of history. So it's like a treasure chest. The more you dig, the more stuff you find that's really interesting. So and then you see stuff like this. It's an example of, and this is before the days of all the parts probably that we have access to now. All that stuff is what those tires are made by you, right? Those urethane tires, Dave. Did
he's
Dave freeze up
frozen
again?
again, I think.
Yeah, I think he froze up again. But I think he made those tires. Harry will probably answer it. He made all that stuff, and it's not like we have all that stuff now, wheels and stuff like that. That we have the availability in Paul gauge tires. There's a lot of examples of that. This other car that I got too, this 124th one. This one
Give
I put
me
another motor in it too, and it runs really good. And this is
give me one
basically the
second,
HRW
George. Let
chassis and
me
stuff.
let me zoom you
Get
out.
him back in.
No,
Yeah,
I'll
he
just
froze.
zoom in on you. Yeah, show
Oh,
up.
but see these are 124, but these cars are fun to run around the track. I mean, they were basically H&R chassis, and then these tires, Dave casted these urethane tires, and they still look good over so many years of just being there. I mean, it's fun. So when you go there and visit, and you see the stuff they pull out. There's an example they pulled out that car. I never knew that car was there until I saw it. So I mean, that's the cool part about that. You just
Yeah,
discover
so
stuff.
Harry said, yeah, Dave cast him for
He
the tires.
poured the tires, yeah. So
Yeah, it's unfortunate we seem to have lost Dave for a second. Hopefully he'll be back soon. Um, so we'll talk amongst ourselves for a bit. Let's put a damper on things.
he'll come back. So
Yeah, no worries.
yeah,
Um,
that is just that right there. Even the figure. I mean, making Smokey Unique and to find a hat like that, and that's hard to do right now. I can imagine get those kits. I think Harry can answer what these are. I forget what these kits were. I know they told me. I can't remember the names. There's two names. I think Curtis Craft. I can't remember the other one, but that's what those kits are. But usually, if you're able to find a body or a kit like that, you could always cast that. So that's where I tell everybody this is something I intend to do probably next year or the middle of next year is to start casting my own bodies, learning to do that on my own. And what you do is you get the model and you do a lot of work to the model itself. So it's not just you just get that and just pour stuff on it. You have to reinforce some of that because it may be too thin in some areas, and you have to thicken it up to make sure that it's strong. There's Dave.
hey,
Yep.
Dave.
Can you hear me now?
You can
Yeah,
hear you
you're
loud
good.
and clear.
My computer literally died.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I got to get a new one, man. This old 2010 antique ain't working no more.
It's all good.
We were
Yeah,
talking about this car. What is it? Curtis Craft was the kit, or what was the other one called too?
Yeah, the other one's a Curtis Craft. That one's a Watson Roadster right there.
Watson Roadster. Okay, I couldn't remember what it was. Yeah, I was
DB
telling him if
Racer.
you could find something like that, you could probably cast it. And I told him that what's involved in it. It's not just pouring stuff on it and casting it. You have to, make sure you get everything reinforced on the inside, so that when you
Yeah,
cast it, it's not.
that car is actually a casting because we had the same problem years ago. There's no kits, and the ones we could find are really expensive. So um, I've actually been looking at a couple on eBay, and I'm probably going to snag them up if I can, because I'll just have to make molds of it and cast them because it's the only way we're going to get them. No one's going to pay $100 for that kit just to chop it up and
Yeah.
make a slot car out of it. So,
Yeah.
but we'll do it. We'll definitely do it. That's like I said, it's like one of my favorite series of cars is these old Indy Roadsters from the 50s and early 60s.
I think a lot of people have this question. What motors do you put in these small cars, Dave?
These aren't small. These are
No.
actually pretty big.
Yeah.
This had the Piranha in it, but a Predator will easily fit. Even the long can motor will fit in there, no problem.
Really?
Yeah, they're 125th scale, so they're big.
Oh, okay, yeah. I keep on forgetting. I always think 132nd. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, these are 130, right? So
yeah.
I put a short can in this one. But you can see.
Actually, I think they're which one? I can't. Oh, that's
Give me
your
one
short. No,
second. Give me 1 second.
they're actually like 1/18th scale.
18? Okay, I can remember. This is like the ugly chick compared to Dave's, just so you guys know, okay?
No, it's not.
A bunch of good-looking chicks. This is the ugly one. Yeah, it's these are this is something I'm really looking forward to, and I already have a couple of guys that are including Dave that are just about there to send them in, and I expect a response to be that quick on them. So, but I'd love to do that other series. That'd be awesome to do those cars. That thing, when I saw that, I was really blown away by that car. I was like, oh, that one's really cool.
I'll send you some pictures, George, of the other ones that I built, just so you get an idea of what else we had, because that's the only one that still exists. Although I think Cheater up in Chicago has one of my cars, so he might have that one still. But other than that, the other ones are all gone. So, but I'll send you some pictures.
All right, cool.
All right. So here's the next car, Dave.
That's a Mark Thomas car right there. And what's really funny is all these years of going to Harry's and everything like that, I had never met Mark Thomas in person until this trip. We were always like two ships passing in the night. We just never seemed to be able to get together at the same time. But this time I did, and we had some fantastic conversations, and it was a really good time. And that was one of the cars that I don't know if he brought that or if Harry had that there or where that car came from, but
I'm not sure.
And that car is gorgeous and it's fast.
Nice.
Mark Thomas also prints his own decals and all that too, Raul.
Yep, he is.
when he
He is the
uses.
consummate modeler, man.
Yeah,
His cars are just like fantastic. You can't believe it. Off the chart.
Yeah.
right now he's doing a proxy called it's like a classic Le Mans cars, and I forget what
Yeah.
he's built. I think Perry will be able to say what it is, but I was there when he was doing some of the stuff when I went to visit his place. His have you been to his place, Dave, yet or not yet?
No, I have not been to Mark's. No.
You got to go next time. So his place is really beautiful. I did a video on it. I don't know if a lot of people watched it and didn't get that many views because I think not too many people are interested in that, I guess. But it's not like the other one with Electric Dreams. But that place is pretty cool, and a lot of stuff that he does there is really a hardcore. Everything from start to finish is what he does. There's nothing that that he doesn't do. He does
Yeah,
just
he does
about
everything.
everything. Yeah, and he's into HO. He's got a lot of beautiful small HO cars. He's got an HO track. He's got 132nd, 124th, 125th. It's really, really well talented. But his cars, like you said, are always very detailed, very quick, very easy to drive, and very smooth. They're not not very noisy at all.
Oh, looks
Yeah,
amazing.
that's stuff, man. And of course, that wasn't the only Mark Thomas car there. There was a lot of cars. He brought a bunch
Yeah.
with him, and we were digging them out of the drawers too, because Harry's got quite the collection back there, and we were pulling them out of the drawers and oiling things up and putting them out on the track and running them, and then in fact that night, I don't know if you guys were on the live stream that we did with the big cars. Um, that's what happened. I was just over there looking around. I go, oh man, Harry's got those old Chrysler or the Dodge kit cars. I pulled that one out and I oiled her up and put her on the track. And next thing you know, we're all racing them things. That was the most fun ever.
Yeah. These ones, big
Oh,
coops.
is that my old car,
Yeah,
George?
that's your old car, dude. I got it. Put a new motor in. It runs good.
I know. I saw the video. It hauls butt now.
Very nice. All right, so the next car we got here. This is an
Oh, got it.
oldie. This is one of
Another
your
old
cars.
relic. Yeah. I actually didn't even know that car still existed. It was my friend Bob Taylor cast those 50 or 49 Ford coupes, and the mold was terrible, and the cars came out all wonky and pieces missing off of them and stuff. He was going to throw them all away, and I said, "No, let's build jalopies out of them." So that's what we did. And initially, that car just had an old Carrera chassis hot glued to the inside of it. But that was my official pace car on my home racetrack that I had for years, and uh, it would be the push car. If something broke down, we put that on the track and send her over there to push it out of the way or whatever, And I couldn't believe it was still there in the drawer, so I grabbed it and I revived it. I actually built a brass chassis for it while I was there, and really got it working pretty good. So,
Yeah.
but that was one of my old jalopies from way back when.
Harry says, those guys love going through my drawers. I like it too.
Yeah. And there is a ton of stuff, man. It's unbelievable. Trust me. It's
Uh,
that's why I really push. I'm the guy that really pushes the scratch building and everybody else that is really involved, because once you really get hooked, I mean, look at Michael and Tad. Those guys, they understand once you actually do it. And this is the thing, you haven't reached that point. Some people haven't because they're afraid, and I understand that, but you can't be afraid your whole life and not do something. Just take a shot at it. I mean,
Yep.
if it's not, if it doesn't work right, you could fix it. It's not like it's not unfixable. It's very
It,
attainable to make these cars. And to me,
I need to
it's
go.
like
Where is it? I have my
you
very first brass chassis that I ever built. I still have it, and I don't. I think it's out in the garage in a box. I'll have to look for the next time. It's shit. Pardon my language. It's trash. I built it for a HRW proxy. I sent that car in. It went dead last. Parts were falling off of it. It was horrible, but I did it, and every time I did it, I learned more and I learned more and I learned more. So uh, yeah, you can't. You just got to go for it. Don't be embarrassed. No one's gonna laugh. Well, we might laugh because it's funny when parts fly off, but you know,
it's fun.
you
We
just
see the cars fly, beats fly off of it.
you got to
That's
do
really
it.
hard.
You just got to try.
yeah. Well, I think it was cool because I never thought I would paint a white kid, but because Pete and Slot R were doing one. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do one too. I think when a bunch
See,
of
that
people
is
get
right
together,
there in the sense scratch building because you are painting a white kit. That's the
yeah,
first start of it. So if you got the painting part down, that's to me that is the most difficult part, the painting part. If you guys get the painting part down, which you already did, you showed that model. That looks.
Yep.
I don't think I could do anything like that myself. But if you got the painting kit part down, the chassis is going to be so easy. It's going to be ridiculous for you because you're going to throw chassis together, and then the detail is the body, all that stuff. That's what takes a lot of time.
yeah.
Yep. That's it. But yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
let's go
You
back
saw
here.
that one. Go
Sorry,
back to that.
there you
There you
go.
go.
It's cool.
Okay, so Michael Squire, when he sent his cars into the hot rod run, they were like his very first cars that he ever built. And he and I talk offline now all the time. And he's show me step by step as he was building this car. And I kind of let him know that I was going to Harry's, and he was like, well, can I get my car done and send it in so you can race it? And I said, hell yes, get it done. So he did, and that car, it got there Saturday when I was there, and man, everybody was just like, who built this car? And everybody thinks it was somebody that's been building cars forever. This car, I wish I got it on video. I don't know if I posted that video or not. Maybe not. It might be on Home Racing World. I can't remember where I put everything, but it's got a drop arm. It's got all the stuff. And that car is smooth and quiet. And everybody wanted to race it. Everybody kept pulling it off and putting it on track and running that car. And it runs good. And it looks good. And it's even got a damn monkey driving the damn thing. It's just
Really?
fantastic. Yeah, it's Curious George behind the wheel. Look
Oh,
at the
cool.
colors of the car. It's Curious George, man. It's so awesome, the creativity and the skill there. It's just it just blew me away. And yeah, I just wanted to highlight that. And I know he's in the chat tonight, so yeah, fantastic job, Michael. You're just knocking it out of the park. And now he's been showing me his wait do you see his midget, George?
Is it
Yeah, I'm
Michael
looking forward
Squire?
to seeing those.
Yeah, he's really just going. He's doing so much, and it's awesome to see this.
Nice, nice. Gene says his Google build is going very slow, keeps hitting roadblocks, but learn with each one. So that's
Yep,
correct.
that's it.
Well, the
Well,
videos are out there. That's how I learned to build. So the first car was I got it right there, the GTO, and that chassis is the stinker chassis. So there's videos at Home Racing World called the stinker chassis. That's what that car. That was my first car I built, and the first chassis I built, and it was really easy to follow everything. It wasn't very difficult, and the rest is history. I mean, after that, it's you just start going crazy. Want to build this, want to build that, want to build cars that manufacturers don't make or can't make.
Yep.
If you want to build something that like I want to build, I ain't gonna say it because Raul says I say too much, but that car that I have, but
No, you can say it. I'm just
if you want a
razzing on you.
giant
The
midget,
GTO,
nobody's
say it.
gonna build it for you.
yeah, I mean, there you go. That stuff is cool right there because it's so unique because it's a one-off thing. Nobody has it. That's the rarity of it right there. So, I mean, I would say maybe in many years when I'm gone, hopefully my grandkids will, want to keep that stuff, or if they want to sell it, people will buy that because it's just
So
something.
Harry's got to run because he has to go grill some bratwurst.
Bratwurst. Are you gonna be
See me,
grilling?
my boss.
Harry? He's always grilling.
He's always grilling. That's good.
Baby one.
Let's see. Yeah, so let's go to the next one. I know this one is not a scratch build car.
Nope, that one's not. That is. Let me grab it. It's right here. Yeah, that is the car that Harry gifted me while I was there. That sneaky devil. He does this to me all the time. He picks me up at the airport when I get there in St. Louis, and there's a hobby shop there called Mark Twain Hobbies that we like to go to when I get off the plane. And the problem with this time was my flight was so late that the hobby shop was closed already.
Yeah.
So Harry snuck over there while I was flying in and went in there and got me this car.
Yeah.
So it's obviously you can tell why he chose the color, right? But yeah, we took it out of the box, we put it on the track, and I think I do have a video of this one. Good grief, the thing was clickety clackety chatter chatter boom boom.
Yeah,
Oh my
you
god,
did.
yeah, it was so bad. The front tires were literally almost a quarter of an inch off the track because of the way the guide was on this thing.
Yeah.
So we tore it apart. We took the brand new car right out of the box and we ripped it open, and I put a new sliding plus guide in it and set it correctly. And then I figured, well, I had it apart, I might as well do everything else, right? So I chewed the tires. I epoxied the rear, um, uh, 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 everything all together. The motor was really loose, so every time, if you just barely twisted the chassis on this thing, the motor would pop out of its mount. And the all the bearings were no good. Same thing, the wheel wants to pop out, so we glued everything together. And then I think it's in Harry's video, me running the car. It's super smooth and nice now. It didn't take much, Mostly the guide was the only money spent, and we tuned a car. So um, this one will go in my collection, of course, up there. It'll get ran once in a while, but yeah, that was my sublime green Charger that Harry got me,
I
and I
got a
appreciate
Sublime
it very
Green
much.
Charger too.
Do you?
I just got one.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Well,
it's just got
now
a
you know how to
spider
tune it
all
if you
over
want it to
it.
run. You know what to do now.
Exactly. I
Oh,
think
and I didn't even know, but it's also lighted. I didn't realize it was a lighted car.
nice.
So
Yeah.
yeah, one of my cherished toys.
Yeah, that was looks great. Let's see. And then we have
Aha,
Um,
that piece of junk right there. I tell you, that was the car that George gifted me when he was at Home Racing World in July. And of course, I was totally surprised at him doing that. But we just left the car there so that I could run it at Home Racing World when I got there. And so I did. The car, I have it now. It occupies the number one position right here on my bench, so it's got the highest honor here. But I ran it while I was there, and everybody else was running it. This car hauls ass. George built a fantastic car here, and I'm still kind of gobsmacked that he gave this car to me. But it will go in my collection. It ain't going anywhere. You'll have to bury me with it or pry it out of my cold dead hands, one or the other. But now thank you very much, George, again for the 100th time. I know,
well,
but I like to look at the chassis on this thing, man. It's all where the hell is the camera on this stupid phone? It's like a jail door
wait.
chassis
Give
with
me
the.
1 second. Let me get you nice centered. There you go. Show the chassis now, Dave.
This is what you call. It's kind of a jail door, what they call a jail door because of all the wire.
Yeah.
But I don't. I'm not. I hope I'm not giving away your secrets, George. Here.
no problem. I hope somebody built somebody better than that. I mean, like, that's all easy to do right there. It's just you just lie it out there and just build it.
I don't know how you could build it any better. This thing just performs fantastic. It's smooth and quiet and fast as hell.
Looks really
So,
good.
so again, thank you very much, man. I will. It'll go back and forth with me every time I go to Harry's now, or when I come to your place, and we're gonna race the shit out of this thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks awesome. I saw that running when George was down there, right? The two cars running side by side.
Yeah.
In one of George's videos, that was really cool too. Fast cars. So that Fierce Ford that's on the side there, George, is that waterside decal or what is
Yeah,
that?
it is from the Ford Stalker kit, the dirt one. So I
Okay.
have a gold one. I have a gold 125th Ford that I built. That was the decals from that. A lot of times I'll get decals from, like, you just collect them and you just find something, and I thought that was kind of cool to put on there. And then the 51 is actually RC stickers that are chromed, and they really shine really nicely. It's a real good quality sticker you get them from eBay. And then the other stuff I'm from other kits, pure oil and all that. That's from just a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, those flags are from the same kit, I think.
the best one is on top of the quarter panel right there.
Yeah,
Dave's Service.
I made sure I found that one because I knew I had a Dave service. God, it'll be perfect for him. This is Dave's car.
Yeah,
So
Dave's
it's just
Service.
things you think of. You know, the 427 CI is those standard Gopher decals that you get from eBay that have different engine numbers. That's what they used to do. They used to put the engine number on the hoods or the displacement of the hood. That's what the CI is in cubic inches. So
Yeah,
427, 327,
427.
all that stuff. Yeah, that was a common thing, which was cool. I wish they would still do that, but you don't do that
Yeah,
anymore. It's all different.
yeah, that's really
Yeah,
cool.
I had a fantastic time at Harry's. I mean, it's been a few years since I've been there, and I've been away from the hobby a little bit because of personal stuff. But um, getting back to Harry's and seeing all Harry and Cindy are like family to me. He's like my brother, and he and I have always been that way. We just hit it off from the day one that we met years ago, and we're like brothers. And uh, Cindy's like my sister. It's their family, and my family's been to their home for holidays and things like this. So they're their family, and all the guys that come down, all the boys from Chicago that come and race, and of course Steve Stone. Steve Stone's another one. He's like a brother to me, and we had a fantastic time, and it was so good to see them. I don't know if you guys saw my video. I was me and Steve kissing each other. It was stupidity, but it'd been a long time, and I really needed that charge, that infusion by going back there. I call it my Mecca, and that was my trip to Mecca, and it kind of rejuvenated me, and I can't thank Harry and Cindy enough. I don't even know how to thank them for everything that they do for me. So, and not just me, but for everybody. If you go to Harry and Cindy's, you're gonna get treated like a king. It's just not no question. George can vouch. He knows. He's been there.
Yeah, you're gonna be in a meat coma. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
The first
yeah.
time
There's
I
no
went,
question.
there's a video of me eating a slot burger. Actually, I'll try and find it and send it to you, Raul. The
Yeah.
hamburger is basically like 2 inches off the bun hanging over. I had to eat that whole thing because not eating it would be kind of an insult. I ate that whole damn thing, and even my wife goes, "Damn, you ate that all?" I go, "Well, yeah. I mean, it was good. I just kept working at it." It's kind of like the movie The Great Outdoors when you go eat the old 69er. It's kind of one of
Yeah,
those
that's
deals.
right.
You got to eat
Yeah,
the food. But
years.
every day is there's always when I was there the last time for summer doing the summer stuff. In the morning it was freaking breakfast slammed right in front of me right away. Lunch, it's you're very catered to. He really is a good host. So that's why I tell people like Michael and Tad, if you guys ever get a chance, go down there during an event, bring your car, and it's worth going because it's a like I always say, it's a slot car education because there's a lot of stories and a lot of things that a lot
A
of
lot of
people
history.
don't know that Harry did. Like example, those NASCAR Carreras, that's all Harry's doing, and he knows those cars because he presented them to Carrera in Germany. He went to Germany because they needed his advice on what cars they could make, and he gave them you know the cars. That one Pikes Peak one, that red, white, and blue. He told me they just wanted an American theme one. So when they saw that, they go, "Oh, we'll do that one because it's red, white, and blue American theme car." And he said, "Okay, it's not. It's a Pikes Peak car. It's a hill climb car. It's not really a." But they did it, and then he explained a lot of like the. Gotta have the car here somewhere in the case. Remember the red one? It was a different color. So when they
Yeah,
first made the cars, it was more pale, and then in
right.
the second version, they made it a lot more darker, and you could tell the two different colored of the cars or colors are different because it was kind of like a mistake, but they just went with it. So there's a lot of history and a lot of learning there that he could tell you about the different things, and it's great. It's just
Yeah,
one of those you know people
you
don't
could spend days there, literally. I mean, well, hell, that first night we were there, Harry and I stayed up way too late, especially after traveling all day. And then the next day, when Steve and Brian got there, we were up. Well, hell, we stayed up till 4 a.m. We were up till 4 o'clock in the morning. We went to bed. We got up a couple hours later and went right back to it. But yeah,
That's a
it's
proper
more
boys
fun than
weekend, right?
anything.
That's what it's
What's
all
that?
about. I mean, that's a proper boys weekend. That's what it's all
Yeah,
about, right?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
see.
it totally is.
This is This one right here is actually, I don't know the driver's name. Harry knows the driver's name. He's gone. This is one that really is kind of like a no-namer, and I forget the guy's name. That's why they made this car, because he gave him a photo of this one. This one, I can't remember what the driver's name was, but
Oh yeah, I know it's now I'm going to forget.
yeah, I can't remember, but he told me about it. He just, he knew that this is, somebody that you don't really, recognize as like iconic, like, Richard Petty and all that, but stuff like that.
Yeah,
And now
I mean,
those molds are
amazing.
those molds are the most popular molds too, because they still sell those. And the
Right.
thing with Carrera is they had said, well, American cars ain't popular. Well, why are you guys still producing the damn NASCARs then if they're not popular? I think that's incorrect because they're still selling them. They're still making them.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't know what they're doing.
It's kind of weird, but
Just like
it just doesn't make sense.
like we've said it 1,000 times before, how many millions of dollars do you think they would make if they just made one 40 Ford race car?
Yeah,
They
oh
would make
boy.
Carrera would make more money than they could ever spend.
yeah,
But they
it's
don't. So I'll just make them.
well, yeah, I think definitely want to go to Harry's one day, but I need to build a car first. So let me get that done
You could
first.
still go without building a car. You don't have to. I mean, you could even probably build
Build
one
one
there.
while you're there. I
Yeah.
think that the
Well, I'll
ultimate
go with
experience
when
build it
like
while you're there.
I'll go when George goes again or next time, so it'll be fun. Cause I can do all the live streaming. That's what I can do, guys. I'm good
There
at
you
that.
go.
I'll bring all the tech. We can do also a lot of macro photography because a lot of those details in those cars would be caught really nicely with some macro shots. So that'll be fun. But yeah, but definitely want to go down. I mean, George gave me a tour in the middle of the night. It was pretty cool. So seeing it in person would be just next level. But yeah, like there's so much history at Harry's, so definitely some place like if you're in the slot car world and you really, I think it's like the mecca that you need to go to, at least once, because it's radical. Like George was showing me around, and every place he turned, every quarter turn, there's something special, right? Like it was
Right.
incredible, and that was at several different spots. You could do. Harry should just open his own museum. That's what it is.
You're
Uh,
right. He should. He
it is.
absolutely should.
Yeah, it's an
And
awesome.
it's funny because you'll never really, I remember having that car, and then he'll dig for it, and then he'll
Yeah,
find it. And sometimes he won't, it depending. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I see come out of the containers. I'm like, wow, what is that? There's always something to stop at and look at. That's what the cool thing about it is.
Well, I don't know if did you guys watch the live stream on Sunday when we were pulling out all of the Thunder slots, and they just kept coming out and coming out and coming out. And Harry hands me the Elvis car, and I told him, I don't know if you can hear me on the stream. I'm like, I can't race this car, Harry. He goes, why not? He goes, it's a slot car. I go, George is going to be pissed off at me if he sees me racing this car. I said, I can't race the Elvis car. And so he used to put it out. So we did, man. We raced it. It's a $200 car that anybody would buy right now. We're just racing them, it's
yeah.
amazing over there. And
What I like about Harry is like he doesn't really have it on display. It's like he has it all. It's like it's just everything
yep.
he has is everywhere. So it's not like
Well,
he's
not
always
everything.
got
He
like
does have the one wall. The
yeah,
back wall has all of the Carreras and the scale electric stuff in the back over there. And it's a
yeah,
mighty huge wall with a lot of stuff. But you're right. All the really good stuff is hidden behind the curtains like the Wizard of Oz over there.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Because
All those Group C slotted 962 was a Group C 962 Porsches. He's got
yeah.
every one of them, and he's told me, yeah, like I need another one when they come out. If you open that thing up, there's every Group C freaking Porsche 962 they've made from slotted ever. He's got every one of them.
Yep.
So I mean, he's got a lot of stuff.
Yep. All of the Scale Electric Legends cars, he's got all of them. He's got all of the box set, the 2 car sets and all that stuff in it. And they're not shelf queens. Let's pull them out and race them. They've all been tuned or tweaked in some way or form, and we just race them.
yeah.
And that's the fun of going there. You're not going to be told, "Don't touch that. That's a collector car. Oh, the hell with that. Take that collector car out of the box and race the hell out of it." It's cool.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Looks like you had a blast, and yeah. I mean, where Harry's got another one coming up soon. When's the next one? When's the next shootout?
January,
January.
January, right?
next year in
And
January.
yeah, and
And when
And
George,
they're
you
I'm
have
done,
the
gonna
midget. You have the midget one coming up soon,
right.
right?
the midget one here is really just kind of impromptu. It's not really an event. We're just gathering cards. If you guys want to send one in, there's midget kits. You're welcome to. I'm not making any rules because we want to get and see what we get out of it and see maybe we'll plan on what to kind of set something for to make an actual event. But it's just a experimental thing for now because I haven't done one before, so I'm being kind of more how would you say, just kind of laxed on that because it's not something I'm gonna, because when you do an event, and these guys don't understand that when you do proxies and all that, it takes a lot of time. When we had to package everything, and I helped Harry do it, and it went faster because you had two people. You have to get each of the cars in the original boxes that they send them in, and then pack it nicely. You don't want to destroy the car; you get it destroyed during shipping, and then you put the goodies in part of the event. That takes a lot of time, and then also to get cars out, which probably the most common thing that happens when you do get these cars that I notice is that the gear mesh isn't set right, or something slips and then the gear strips, and then you have to, do a little surgery, just like you may have an impact and it may break a solder. You have to solder. That happened with yours, Dave. It ran into this car. I remember
Yep.
seeing it, and you have to solder it. So those things happen, and this is why it's with people. You got to really understand. Hopefully, they won't get pissed off about it because when I first sent my beach racer, there's a video of it. It came off and it hit what we call Hurt Falls, Missouri. It came off the track and hit the cement. And Harry had texted me, goes, and he was kind of worried. And I thought that was funny. I go, oh, who cares? It's a slot car. I'll build another one. There was one car that he did get in transit and shipping. It was completely smashed. And also, I think I sent you a photo of that, Raul. Did I? I don't know if I
Uh,
did. It was a black Merc. I have it right there, a black Ford Victoria. It was obliterated, like somebody stepped on it. He, for some, I don't know how the hell he did it. He got that car completely back together like nothing had happened. So that shows you he knows a lot about manipulating plastic as well. So it's also the thing what I'm getting at is that you want to be, hopefully you won't get somebody that's going to get upset because the car gets in a wreck and then something breaks. Because they're slot cars, they're meant to be driven, and you will have contact with other cars. So
yeah.
did we lose Dave again?
We lost Dave again. Maybe his
Ah,
battery.
I'm here.
Oh,
No, he's there. He's
he's
just the video is out. Oh, there you go. All right. All right. So let's see what else we're gonna cover today. So, all right. So we're gonna go into Creator Roundup. This is where we go through and we pick, all the channels that we liked over the past week or whatever. But before we get that, I'm actually gonna do a T-shirt giveaway right now. So anyone who's in the chat, I'm gonna give away non-schematic schematic shirt. So
Woohoo.
if you want to enter into the draw, while we'll draw it at the end of this live stream, just put in. I'm gonna have to keep notes here, so I'm not prepared here. Let me do this over here. Damn, I gotta open up a little notepad.
going on in the
Um,
chat.
so just
I
put
can't see the
hashtag.
chat. If I turn my thing on right now,
I'll just
it'll
enter
blow
you,
everything up.
Dave.
So
Don't worry, you're entered
yeah,
automatically. You and Georgia
I don't.
entered automatically. No problems.
So Bo had a question. I was looking at it.
Yeah, if anybody's asking me any questions or anything, you guys need to tell me because I can't see chat at all. I don't have YouTube running at all. Like I said, my computer literally died.
Yeah, I'll let you know if there's something there. Let's see, level scratches. I level scratching my beach racer got at HRW. It looks better than that way. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Um,
It's rubbing the raisins. It's a hammer.
Badge of honor to get beat up at Home Racing
Yeah.
World.
all right, so if you'd like to get a non-schematic schematic shirt, I'm giving one away. Just put in hashtag non-schematic schematic in the chat, and I will enter you into the draw. At the end of this, we will pick a winner, and we'll go from there. So I just entered. I just put the hashtag you have to put, and as you enter, I will keep notes. And at the end of the session, we'll do the draw, and I'll send it out to you.
Schematic.
Yeah, why not? We'll give away a shirt. Be fun. All right, so let me see. I have to enter Dave. I have to enter George, and we'll see who else applies.
Uh, that is hard to
Um,
spell. Yeah,
all right, so
schematics.
create a roundup. This is where we go through and we talk about all the channels that we've been watching or we look at. It's our way from slot benders because we our main mandate when we started was to get everyone to come on YouTube and press record, and this is our way of recognizing some of the people that are doing it and some of the channels that have made us take notice. Um, and a lot of the channels are some of the big ones, but we encourage also the smaller ones. So I know there's a new channel that just launched. He launched this weekend. It's called DG Raceway. If you are into terrain building, he has a really good way of describing how he builds terrain. Please go out and subscribe to him. Once again, it's DG Raceway. He was in the chat. He's just had to leave. But just go out and subscribe to him. He's doing some really cool stuff. And I'm just gonna make notes here on everyone that's pushing in here. And Dan Wally. Sorry guys, doing this on the fly.
It's all good.
Bo, we need to talk because we sent out a package to you, but it came back. So I need to get the right. I need to get the right information for your package to go out. So we need to talk offline. So just either reach out to me via email. You have my email. Just reach out with the correct address, and we'll resend that package out. Do that. The thing is, yes, you can buy the shirt, of course, but you know, this
Wait and
is
see if you win it first.
yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
All right. Let's see. Wow, everyone's there. Let me see. Sorry, guys, this is taking a little bit of time. I should have thought this out better.
Come on, Rolo, get your shit together.
I know. Didn't expect this. All right. Anyway, let's see.
I had to get up and stretch my legs. My little chair was killing me.
No worries. All right, let's go through this. So the first
You guys mind if
channel
I
that
smoke?
no, go ahead, man. So here we go. This is now Boone. Boone is known. Everyone knows Boone. He does some really good terrain work. And this is video one of the RTS or Rail Slughouse Phoenix Brands Hatch leaderboard. Now, Boone has done two versions of this. The first version is this clean, pristine, new one. But the
Oh, that's
one that
cool.
I like is coming out in video number two, and that is the apocalyptic version. And I don't know how he did it, but that thing is phenomenal. So, Boone hit this one out of the park, but the next one is even crazier. So, definitely a pick from my end. Boone has been very instrumental in helping me along with my track development. So definitely go check this out. It's a great video. It's a long video, but nobody, Boone's not one who shies away from all the details. So if you want something that will somebody who takes you through every part of the process, Boone does it in phenomenal detail. So it's definitely worth the watch. Especially if you're hands-on terrain developer, you'll get a lot of value from it. So definitely something to watch out for. The next person, Everyone put into the comments. Um, yeah, actually, yeah. You know what? Gene makes a good point here, guys. Instead of doing it through the live chat, if you guys can just make it through the comments, I can actually use a comment pick to pick the winner. I should have done that earlier. Gene, you are brilliant. Thank you so much for reminding me. But if you guys can put that hashtag in the comments, then we can get it done. But either way, we'll figure it out. We'll figure out. Somebody's gonna walk away the winner tonight, and we'll keep on doing this every Monday, and I'll get better at it. But anyway, here's round one. So yeah, so that's Boone's channel. Check it out, guys. I really wanted to point that out. Whoa, let's go back a bit. Now, Marty, unfortunately, could not join us tonight. But Marty normally picks up a racing video. But I want to show you guys Shen RC. It's a brother sister combo. They do a lot of racing on their. They just shifted over to full track Carrera, but they race HO. They race 143rd, and they race 132nd on this track. So it's pretty cool that a 132nd track can race all those three different sizes. And the brothers and sisters, they race all the time, and they had a blast. It was fun to watch. They're really good racers, and it was awesome to watch. So if you want to see some really good racing and a lot of fun, and just see the joy in just watching slot cars go around really fast and people having fun with it, just check out this channel, Shen RC. Really good racing videos. So that's my pick for racing, as Marty wasn't available to do his this week. I filled in. And here we go. This is George's pick. So, George, you can talk about this.
This is again Steve Stone with his car. One thing about Steve is that he tackles it and gets it done. He does it quickly. He usually does 2 to 3 cars on average, pretty damn fast. I've seen him do it in front of my eyes. Paint's real good, and the cars handle fantastic. That is a really nice modified. Those are more difficult to do because they're smaller and require a little bit more, finesse, but they're not impossible. Usually, people like myself, after branching out from bigger cars, I have done a few of these. It just takes a little bit more time and a little bit more finesse, but that's an excellent example of a modified right there. The color, two-tone color, the wheels, the engine detail, the body, the chassis, everything. That's my pick of the week.
Did he post that on my Facebook page, George?
I think he did.
How the hell did
He
I
did.
miss that?
Yeah. Um, yeah, so there you go. If you guys want to check out, so all this is from Shotgun Dave Scratch Build, Slot Cars Facebook page. If you're not a member and you're into scratch building, become a member, join up. There's a lot of really good posts on scratch building on there. So we George tends to pick a builder and highlight them every week, and I think that's a really cool thing. Um,
Well
so
deserved.
yeah, check it out. Some awesome builds on there. Like I said, the Volkswagen thing that I saw today off your page was like, I need one of
Well,
those.
you haven't really seen the trailer races. That's something that someday we need to do. I heard that's a blast. I've seen
Yeah,
The
videos of them.
Volkswagen trailer.
Basically, the trailer races are just you're racing in the circle with the trailer behind it pulling, and you're destroying everything. It doesn't matter. You let it go everywhere. It's pretty entertaining. The videos that I've seen in it, it's a lot of laughs.
Yeah,
So
it is.
we'll do that one day, maybe next year or something. I'd like to do that.
yeah.
Destruction Derby.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. So Danny was supposed to join us, but he was a bit late, and obviously school ran a bit late. Danny's in school right now, so he'll be hit and miss on Mondays. But he did send this one in. It's a free build. They specialize in HO parts, and he said he wanted to promote HO, and that's something that I feel is also something that we need to do a bit more, is maybe talk about HO a bit more, because it is predominant and it is a big part of the slot car world. So we can look into getting a little bit more HO action, or talk about it a bit more. But yeah, so Danny wanted to showcase this slot car crazy and the free build video. So if you guys are into HO and you want to see some really cool techniques in how to assemble and some of the hop ups that they do, check this video out. And yeah, this is Danny's pick of the week.
Good one.
And then I'll let you take this one, Dave. We all know who this is. This is Slot R. He's a very,
Yep.
very good
Spot on.
YouTuber. Very well mannered. Follows all instructions very carefully. Um, but yeah, it's Slot R. And Dave,
There's
take it away.
there's a reason I picked Slot R this week because he and I have sort of struck up a friendship here in the last week or so. We've been chatting a lot through Messenger and whatnot, and it's amazing how uh, Dave and I have so much in common: music, cars, all kinds of things, and it was just really cool. I know a person that lives right close to him that he knows, so it's like a really small world. It's like, how do you know him? But this his video. The reason why I chose this is because this is just part one, and he's been giving me the sneak peeks of what's going on, and I know what's coming, and I'm like, oh my god, you guys are not even gonna believe what he's done with this car, and it's pretty goddamn awesome. So that's why I chose Dave's video this week, and like you said, he's so meticulous and he's easy to follow. And I've told him this 1,000 times. I could just listen to him read the phone book. His voice is so soothing, and it just he knows what he's talking about. And yeah, that's why I chose him this week. So go check it out if you haven't looked at it yet.
Yeah, so Pete made the Slot R blush this afternoon, and we've done it again.
Yeah, I was on the
So,
live.
so yeah, that's good. I like it when we follow up on things. So yeah, Dave, awesome video. I've seen the end result too, so
Okay,
I
good.
know
So you know
what's
what to
coming.
do. Yeah.
And yeah, I think everyone's gonna be Stay tuned. Part two is even crazier than part one. So
Yep.
anyway, Slaughter has done a great job, and I wanted uh, Dave wanted to point him out, and I think it's well worth it. And let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 entries for the shirt. So just to remind everyone, we're gonna do a shirt giveaway. Just make sure that you enter this tag in the chat or in the comments. Either way, and if you do, I will be picking a winner before we log off tonight. But we always finish off on the Creator Corner with something that we've started and I think is really cool, and that is the Slot Car Channel of the Week. And this week is no stranger to us all.
Yeah.
It is a unanimous decision from the Slot Vendors. It's Hughes Slot Car Garage, or Hughes Garage of Slot Cars. He did an awesome Father's Day vlog style video this week,
That was cool.
and that was really cool. And I really like it because he does so many different styles of videos, and it just shows how much he just plays around with his video and his content, and how much joy he's getting out of the hobby. And he's infectious, and yeah, he's like he's really cool for our hobby in general. So, um,
Agreed.
channel of the week from Slot Car Avengers is Hughes Garage. Slot Car of the week. Um, yeah. You guys have anything to say about Hughes? I mean, both of you were unanimous. So George, go ahead.
Well, when I first saw him do his first video, the thing was, like I said, he's a guy that likes to have fun. That's a key part of the whole hobby. And then he's doing his own stuff. He's doing his own terrain. He's doing his own lights. He's doing everything on his own. And that's the cool part about it. And he's got into doing some work on the cars, which I think in the future he's going to branch out into something really, really, into more stuff. The video he did this week was cool. I didn't know there was robots in Australia that serve you at a Japanese restaurant. That was pretty cool when I saw that. And it's just that was a nice video because it kind of went out of you know, he went to the store and that's what he did. I thought that was very, very, very good. And of course, his build on this Ferris wheel was a good video as well. And he's got the knack for it. That's why I like his channel.
Yeah. What about you, Dave?
Yeah, he's very engaging, and it's really weird. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but when he's talking, I feel like he's talking right to me. You know what I mean? It's like he's looking right at you, and he's just the way he engages it. It's like he's talking to me, and I just like it. It's a very different style of doing things, and I love his humor, and of course his music and everything else, and he incorporates all that into it, and I think he's fantastic. So
So the last video he whispered throughout it. It was like he was whispering to you, right? It's like the
Yeah,
secret conversation he's having with you,
right,
which is what I mean about him having fun with the videos.
right,
He's not like it's not it's really genuine, it's really awesome, and it's just different styles, so it's really cool. His entertainment level is really high, but the value is also there because he does he's done crazy things, like he's painted a mural, he's built that big Ferris wheel, painted it.
right.
He's made us laugh about the Predator. I mean, he's done everything. He's shattered his walkout in the last video and had to stick it
yeah.
all together. But it shows that he just takes it in stride and he makes content out of it, which is really amazing. Um, I mean, and Slaughter is just as good. I mean, they're almost on par in terms of like how much they deliver in terms of value to the community. So
Right.
it was a huge toss up, but you know, they're both well represented. So I just wanted to say thank you once again to Hughes for doing all that he's doing for the hobby and all of you. I mean, there's a lot of you that have just come out. I was watching Slot Car 2021. He had a vlog on mag versus non mag. It's a podcast. It was really great. When I'm like going on a walk, I just put it on and listen to it. It's really cool. There's so much really great awesome content that's coming out right now, and I think we're the better for it. And yeah, we want to just say thank you to all of you. This is our little way of saying thanks for keeping it real, keeping it going. Um, let's see. Yeah, is there anything else you guys wanted to add in or talk about?
Well,
Hope
well,
hope to see a few people get involved with some of these send-in deals like George's midgets right now, and some of these other things. And I want you guys to just try it. Especially like the midget. The kit is $20, and for another $20 worth of brass and some parts, you could build a cool car and send it in and get some coverage on what you've done, and maybe it'll help you get you progressing, moving forward on trying to become a scratch builder. I really hope that these kinds of things motivate guys to do it. It's nice to hear Marty's finally going to build something. It sounds like, so that's cool. And next we got to get Raul building something.
Well, I can build. It's just the first thing for on my end is just materials
Right.
because I'm set up for everything. I'm ready to go, but just need materials because I think this is the same thing that even the guys in the UK are going through right now. It's like, what brass do we buy? Where do we buy it from? And I think that's the same question that a lot of people that start out want to know.
Right.
Um,
so
and that's why,
what is
like,
available in Canada and UK? That's the thing. See, I don't know. You guys have
well,
access
I
to
showed
Amazon?
you. I took pictures of that hobby store. So we have the same brass, but we just don't have everything that you guys have, right? We're not. We don't. And when I asked the
Can you
guy,
order from them individually if you ask them? Because they're some, I don't know if they're able to do
so
that. Because basically,
his exact words were, "This is all we can get for now, and maybe in 6 months I can get something in." That's what he said to me.
wow,
So that's
No,
that's
why
really
maybe we
weird,
could do. Maybe we could do
right?
some kind of a group buy down here and put together a big package of stuff and send it up to you guys.
that's what
If you're
I'm
really interested
thinking.
in doing it, I'm down for doing that.
That's why when Harry was talking about putting a kit together, like there's a scratch building kit which has
Right,
all the materials inside, it just
right.
appeals to everyone because I think,
You don't have to buy
like,
the individual brass or nothing on the wheels. Everything is there.
yeah,
Yeah, it's all
if like I'd buy like 10 of those kits, I don't care, right? Like because I know I'll build them. I want to build. It's not that I don't want to build. It's just, that's why the white kit was easy. You just order the kit, everything's in that one little, you know,
Yeah.
package, and you go for it, right? So I think that's the one thing. I mean, MPs like will attest to this. Like, we are not, the YouTube community in Canada is very small. It's just me and MP and a couple of others, but when we're also very far spread, so we don't have as much content coming out as they do in the UK and as you guys do in America. There's a lot. And then your accessibility in America is also a lot higher than it is for us up here. So getting some of the materials would be awesome if we can get the packages put together. I'd champion it up here. To be honest, I'm not
Do you
afraid to
guys
say
have a
that.
lot of model railroaders up there in
We
Canada?
do. There is.
Yeah,
Because
be able to access the K&S brass then. Because
right,
model railroaders use a lot of that stuff.
right. That's exactly what I was going to say. That K&S brass is like the main thing that those guys use. I'm surprised you can't get it.
I probably can get it. I found one very prominent train store called George's. So I'm gonna go out over this coming weekend to them and see what they have in stock, and then I'll probably take a photograph and send it off to you guys, and then you guys can let me know what I need from there. Hopefully
Cool.
they have it, but and then I'll keep on going. But it's not like one. And another thing you need to understand is we don't have a lot of dedicated hobby shops up here, like really easy to get to.
Right.
So you have to find them. So that's something that I've proceeded to do recently. Is just try and find, because I've
We don't
seen a
either
lot of
here.
modelers. So definitely
It's kind
they
of regional, I think, with the hobby shops because where I'm at here, there's not a hobby shop for 40 miles radius. There's no hobby shops here, and the little few that are around here have no slot car stuff at all, zero.
yeah.
So RC cars and RC planes, they got all that stuff, but no slot car stuff at all.
But really, with RC planes and cars, they should carry brass because the one down here isn't dedicated RC plate. They got everything. And
Yeah,
it's I guess it depends on the owner of the store that does it. So
yeah,
going back to the kits. So the wheels are the thing that are holding everything up because what they do is they have to be sent to machine shop, and obviously stock car wheels are last on the list on other things in machine shops because they have to have mass amount of parts made up. So they may be doing something for another customer that's a little bit different than stock car wheels. I'm not trying to put it
right.
down, but it's just one of those deals. So as soon as the wheels are done, then the kits will be available, and we're just waiting on that part. That is only the last part I think that's left on it. And again, we don't want to start selling. They don't want to start selling stuff, or Steve doesn't want to put stuff out, and then well, we're out, and then that just kind of takes the wind out of people's sails because they get excited about it, and only a few kits available, and then they're gone. So you want to make sure they have a lot to to support the masses. They want to do a 125th scale version one too, so that's another thing that'll be cool. So there'll be a 132nd and then 125th or 124th if you want to call it, but for the bigger cars. So it's just be patient. We just gotta wait till you know that gets settled up, and then when they come out, we'll announce it obviously, and everybody will know.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not. Just saying, like, that's I think the one thing that's holding a lot of people back is that
Yeah,
just knowing what to buy. Like, we all know what to buy because your videos are so good. Like, George, you have really great videos on scratch building. So does Dave. So does Harry. And there's so much information. It's just where to get that stuff, right?
yeah.
Right.
And that's the main. I think that's the main drawback right now is that if I knew where to get the stuff, I think I would have already started. Like, I watched Danny was doing his scratch building recently, right? Like, cutting the brass for his really cool next project. I'm not gonna spill the beans because I don't know if he wants anyone to know. But watching that, I was inspired. I wanted to start, but I don't have the materials. I could sketch on a piece of paper like he did his schematic, right, of his chassis. So one thing I did over the weekend was actually looked at what kit do I want to build. And that's obviously where you start. You want to know what kit you want. So I've been looking at you know, a kit to buy, a 125th. I do have a hot rod kit, but I want to do more of a street muscle car look, obviously. So I'm looking for like a 125th Challenger or Charger that I want to build because I'm a Mopar nut. So that's where I want to start. So definitely gonna get that and then start the process like Danny did on paper, understanding what the chassis would look like and how it will function and build it off of that. So yeah, you can start doing that legwork, and that's something that I'm looking forward to doing. And then great resources like you and George will keep me on point, I guess. But yeah, I'm looking forward to building my first car. I'll be honest. Um, I think once you get through the white kits, you start to realize it's not so difficult if you just put your mind to it and start doing it, right? Yeah. So let's see here.
I don't know if the chat anybody's been asking questions. It looks like they've been carrying conversations on different things in there.
Dusty roll through a non-diagram of a chassis. No thanks. Don't start something else.
Non-diagram.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Diagram.
Yeah, this is true. So Bryce says Canada has generic hobby shops specializing in a little bit of everything. That's what you get. We don't get like a full selection. We get like a bit of selection. So if you're lucky, if you can pick it up, otherwise you have to go to 10 hobby shops to get your whole selection. You might find one piece here, one piece there, which is a little bit of a pain in the neck. But like I said, like Bryce says, a scratch build kit. If you guys release that, I think, yeah, we'll be all happy.
Well, that's kind of like how Hobby Lobby is here. They have like 4 different pieces of K&S brass, and none of which you need to build anything with. You know, it's like, well, why do you even stock that?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well, like this place had everything but the 3 numbers I needed for the slot cars. Remember, George? And I took
Of
the
course.
photograph. He had like a whole stack. I thought I hit the mother. I
30,
hit the
80,
mother load, and then
150
when I looked at the
those.
numbers, I was like, wait a second. The 3 numbers George gave me, I have only one number exists. The other 2 are not there. And I was like, I went to him. I was like, "Where's these 2?" He's like, "If it's not there, it's not there." And I was like, "Can you order these in?" He's like, "Yeah, in 6 months I can." I was like, "Okay, thanks."
It is
Uh,
important though to get the model kit first because you got to realize you have to size
yeah,
the width of the axle or the wheels for the model you're building. Because if you build the model first and then you throw the body on, it's kind of redundant. You know, that doesn't work out that way. So
no, I was
it is
just looking
important.
for the brass for the chassis
Yeah, I
because
know. 8130 would be the common one for the bushings, but
yeah,
that was the one you said they didn't have. I was like, I don't know what to tell you. This kind of
yeah.
sucks.
So the Slockout Dojo says he's in the process. So many questions. I'm pretty sure there's lots of people that will answer any of your questions. Reach out to George. Reach out to Dave. There's so many people here that will, and like I said, join uh, Dave's Facebook group where there's a whole bunch of really good modelers that are on there. Once again, what's that Facebook page? Is Chunga Dave's?
Chaka Dave's custom slot cars, I think, is what I call it. I
Yeah,
can't remember.
just
Also,
look on Facebook. Maybe George will put up the link to it. Just join that group, and if you're scratch building, and I'm pretty sure if you have any questions, there's answers in there. And obviously George and Dave are always welcome. They've never, any time I've had a question, they've always been very very helpful in getting me all the answers I need. So I'm pretty sure they'll do it for anyone else who's in the
also
hobby.
remember there's also home racing world. So, and I know I beat that horse a lot, but I'm telling you guys, if you go to home racing world, there's actually a section for specifically for scratch building, HO, 143rd, 132nd, scenery, wood track, digital, track planning, selling cars, trading cars. What else is there, Dave? There's a shitload of stuff in there. I'm
Everything.
telling you, it's a
It's
lot.
all there. Everything is there, and it's all broken down by category. It's very simple to find. The search function works really, really well on Home Racing World. So if you're looking for a specific question, just type it in, and you'll come up with a bunch of different threads and different things to look at. But yeah, I mean, if you're interested in scratch building, start out with the Marty Stanley scratch building page, and that's where it's all at. And You know, if you have questions, put your question in there. That's what it's for. It's not just for you to go there and display
Sorry.
your work. It's for there to go there and say, "Hey, I got a question. How do I do this?" And we'll help you. Someone will help you.
Yeah. Like
Sorry about that.
Michael Squire is building a 125th charger. I'm pretty
Yep.
sure
It's
I'll
huge.
be interested in that. um, let's see. Lots of people are building, so pretty cool, pretty interesting. There you go. Gene just put it up. Shotgun Dave scratch build slot cars.
Thanks,
So
Gene.
thanks, Gene. All right.
There's also
Um,
the on the page itself, and I always mention this. Sorry, it says HRW main site. If you click that, that is an archive of every article on every slot car you could think of that Harry has done before videography and videography. So the before videography ones will be the real old ones like fly cars. You know how to modify them with the parts that we don't have now. You know, and different ways of improving them. And then there's all the car reviews are on there and all the videos of tuning the cars. So that also making your own resin body is there's a bunch of stuff on there. You just have to look at how to build your own wood track. So that one with the wood track, that's how I did this one. I followed that article that Harry did in video, and that's how I built this track. I learned it that way, and then I would message Harry sometimes and ask him, "Hey, you think this looks good?" Get his opinion. But that's how I built the track. I learned it from Home Racing World. I didn't, you know, I just followed that, and that's how I discovered everything, and that's what I used. And then also
Yep.
the wiring of the track, I did a video on that because there was a wiring one on there, but it was basically just mainly an article. And what I did was I did an actual video of this track on how to wiring it. And wiring the track was the easiest part of this whole process. That was super simple. It was very direct, very easy to do, and anybody could do it. So, but
yeah,
that's important that you look at that section as well because that's where everything is there forever.
yeah. No,
Yeah,
there's lots
a
of
lot of cool stuff.
information.
And some of those older articles that are done before video are actually easy to follow. Man, I mean, it is broken down. He's got tons of pictures, lots of highlights and everything. So for me, it's sometimes even easier to follow that than a video because sometimes you have to pause the video while if you're trying to do it on the fly. You know, it's easier to read and look and follow instructions and do it step by step. And yeah, if you need something, it's there on Home Racing Worlds, no doubt.
Yeah. All right. So let's just see. We have 12 entries for the shirt. That's okay. I'll run it with these 12. I'm just going to use a
Pick a winner.
randomizer from here. So randomize 12, generate random. Give me 1 second.
Hey, Dusty. I joined HRW last week. I haven't had much time to search around much. So much on there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's overwhelming if you're not looking for something specific. But like I said, the easiest way is to break it down. That if you're interested in just talking about 132 scale cars, go to the 132 scale section. There's a ton of it there. It's all everybody's talking about. You know, it's like I said, if you can't find it on HRW, it doesn't exist.
All right, spinning.
Where's Vanna to spin it for us?
All right, the winner of the shirt. Thank you. Is Sunday Slot Cars.
All right, look at that.
Sunday Slot Cars. Billy has the winner. So Billy, Amanda, whoever wants this shirt, Sunday Slot Cars. Billy, you have my information. I have yours. We're well in tune.
What happened to
Is
yours?
the winner of
I'm
Shop.
here still. Hold on. I'm
I
just
thought the
trying to
aliens
look.
got.
No, I'm putting the home racing thing to kind of. Well, anyways.
Uh, so funny. Cause I didn't know. Like I just had everyone randomized by number, so it's funny.
That's
So
Anyway,
funny.
here's everything I'm talking about right here. Everything is here.
let me blow you up, George, so that people can see it properly. Let's see. There you go. All right.
So when people ask, so here I'll go back. So when you come over here, it says HRW main site. Okay, so let's go over to what's on here. Okay, this I mean is so we'll go forums. Let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll down this thing. Okay, there's some 5 links. So you got the articles, latest articles. So you have. Hold on a second. This is not what I wanted. Um, where the hell is it? I don't know if I got it right, but there you go. This is everything right here. So you see all the stuff here: HRW Body Shop, bench racing, digital racing, vintage slots, drag racing, Readers Roads, Club Connection is for like here's my section here, Calgary HSV. See all this stuff right here. The Bombers are from Chicago. You have Oval Racing World. You have 143rd, 124th, HO, 132nd reviews, Slot Car News, Forum Help if you don't know how to navigate in the forum. And look at all this stuff on the side here, all these proxies make it. There's a ton of stuff in here. A lot of people don't really look at this. I don't feel that they do because it's easy to go to Facebook, and I understand that, and I used to do that a lot, but if you look here, you'll see there's just a ton of stuff. Slot car mods, slot car corner, tire shop, slot car garage, build it, Le Mans proxy, IPS 2023, HRW general proxy discussions, 997 proxy, Porsche Cup proxy. There's just a ton of stuff here, and everything is here. There's Showdown proxies, Mark Thomas's, Race Across America, RAA proxies. Everything's here. Revo slot proxies. There's just a ton of stuff on here, and it's endless. That's why I tell you guys, I tell everybody, come check it out. Look at all the nationals that are on here. I mean, for sale, uh, just all kinds of stuff. HRW Hobby Central, and
Gina
then
wants
over
to
here,
know, George, how you got to this page. She's never seen that page.
Just click the
it's
great big
all,
banner at the top.
yes, that's it right there.
Yeah,
So
just
see
click
right
the
here
big.
where it says HRWforum.com. That's the site. That's all you have to do. And then this pops up, and you join for free. Make your username and password, and that's it. Off you go. And then over here is the HRW main site that I talked about. And so, for example, I'm going to go here to search bar. Let me do it. There we go. I'm going to type in resin body. I hope this comes up because I don't remember if I did last time. Okay. Making a resin body master part one. This is a Mark Thomas article, right? And this tells you how to make your own resin body, what to do. And this is the guy that we showed the pictures of his car. So he shows you what he did to a model, how he cut it, how he added to it. If you want to go that far, or just basically you don't have to do all this. If you want to get just a regular body and just cast it, and basically this is it. How he does all the casting of the body and stuff. This is actually what Dave does too. This is just him showing how he made his body, and this is why we reiterate why we don't want to give away bodies, because look at all this work that he did for this particular. When I have this body, and it was gifted to me, and then you have guys that you gift this to, and then they make remolds out of this to make money, and that's just kind of a lot of somebody's blood and sweat that they're doing this, and you have some jerk selling the bodies because he's not interested in building a car. He just wants to make money. But look at all the work that you put into it. I mean, it's a lot of work. But if you wanted to attempt it, it's all here. The article's here on what to do, on how to cast it. And this is on 132nd, since we don't have that many 132nd, things to models to go after. And then let me see. Let me go back. So if you want to look for like say, um, let's say wood track. Okay, and here's more stuff on it, but Carrera NASCAR tuning for wood track on magnet. So this article right here, this is basically every Carrera car. It doesn't matter if it's the NASCAR or not. This is basically how you tune all these Carrera cars. It doesn't have to be a NASCAR body. It could be a Ferrari or whatever the hell they have, because they all use the inline stuff and the same thing over and over again. But this article is like, it's endless. Here's videos of it. So I mean, there's everything's here. You just have to click it and find out. And he shows you how to lower these cars so they run better and everything. So I mean, everything's here on that whole page. That's why I wanted to, show that to everyone. So, but that's it. Let me remove that.
Oh,
Just
thanks
play
for doing
Gap.
that, George.
Sorry, did I burn your eyeballs?
No, it's all right. Burn the eyeballs.
So,
Right.
but there you go. That's the site, man. If you guys, there's where you could learn everything. All those videos there that how I built the chassis as well are on there. So it's all there. Free
Yeah.
information. You don't have to
Yep,
pay
it's
anything.
all free.
All free. Everybody's done the legwork. All you have to do is just follow the steps.
Just read.
Yeah, Home Racing World has a lot of stuff, so check it out. George has stick everything in the weeds
Yeah,
immediately.
I was teasing Jim about that because he said if it was going to be low, it's going to be in the weeds. I said, "You part Latino making low riders like we did." Started just a little inside joke we have on that legends he's building.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. I think Marty's having his live stream tomorrow, so I'm actually in school tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll catch it. But if I'm not, I'll catch the replay. And then I don't forget, Pete Trackfans TV will have his live stream on Sunday, back as normal. And if you're into the Goodwood scene, he was just at Goodwood over the weekend, so check his live stream out. It's at 2:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday night. Yeah, but I'll be there. So if you want to hang out with me, I'll be there on Saturday night, um, for his live stream. Other than that, do you guys have anything you guys want to mention, talk about? Anything coming up? If you're building a midget, get it out to George as fast as possible, so that so he
No
can
rush.
do his proxy
So what
racing.
I'm thinking is maybe a little bit before Thanksgiving, we'll start something, but that gives people time because I have next month is a real big month for me. I can't really talk about it because it's a family thing, and there's a lot going on for October. So that's something that I won't be able to do anything in October. So
Yeah. I know there's a bunch of you that are in the Global Racing League. We're starting up on October 1st. So if you're in the Global Racing League and you're on the chat, just know that there's a meeting this Thursday night at 8 p.m. And our league is about to launch. We have 10 racers doing time attack on a standard course from all over the world. So it should be fun. And that's launching soon. So October 1st, that's coming up. I think that's it. I don't really have anything else to say. I want to thank everyone that was in the chat. Congratulations on the slot cars for winning our first shirt giveaway. It's just so random, because he was like, I can't put in the comments, and I just put him into the system, and was randomly assigning numbers in his one. So
he's got to
pretty
do a
cool.
video on the chart now.
Uh, so I think the fingers, you've asked me this before. Is that's my
Yeah,
daughter's artwork? It's not.
that's
It's
Spawn.
it's Spawn. He's my favorite comic book character. I have the original Todd McFarlane signed comic books with Spawn. I'm a big Spawn collector, so if you think my slot car collection is big, I have comic collection that's crazy. But that's for another day. But yeah, so Spawn is like my favorite, and that's actually printed on metal. I print. That's a 2 foot by 3 foot metal print, which I do in my own shop. So that's printed in my own shop. I can print on metal, so that's where that comes from. Um, anyway, I want to thank all you guys for being part of the chat tonight. I want thank George and Dave for taking the time to be here. Dave, thank you so much for sharing your experience at HRW. If you guys have any videos that you guys want to draw our attention to, maybe we don't see them, please message us or find a way to get to us, and we will look into it, because we want to do this on a weekly basis, showcase some videos, because we really want to see the content that you guys are producing. There's a couple of new channels that have just come out, that like DG Raceway, that if you haven't checked out the channel, just go check it out. He's really good at terrain building as well. Go check out Boone's video. It's unbelievable what his next level is. I think Slaughter, Boone, they all have crazy stuff coming out. Um, Episode 5 of Track Tech and Toys is coming out this Thursday. If you want to see the behind the scenes of my live stream setup, I have 4 studios in my house. I'm going to take you through one studio on Thursday. So if you're into that and you like tech, come check it out on Thursday. I'll take you guys behind the scenes of my live streaming. And that's about it. I want to say thank you all for being here. I enjoy these Monday night chats with all of you. I enjoy having these conversations. And until next time, guys, you guys have fun on rails. Take care.
See you.
Good night, guys.
Right.